Okay, I'm gonna draw the US from memory. Let's see how good I do. There's a flat line there. Here would be like where California is and all of that. Then it, like mostly flat, I think. Then here's where Texas is. I don't know exactly. And then Louisiana. I don't know what that looks like. Then there's Florida here. And then that goes something like that. And um, then we have this, which is the part I should know the most about. And because, well, then I think it's something like that. Okay, now can I draw the state's borders? Let's see. Well, here's California. Then Nevada, Oregon and Washington. What does Texas look like? I don't know. Then there on top of Texas is Oklahoma. Then there's like 4 states here, I think. New Mexico, Nevada, I don't know. Then Idaho. That I don't know if that's right. And then Montana. Well, okay, let's do this stuff first. Florida, Louisiana. I think there's like 2 states here. Oh no, I think I made them too big. There's like some states here. Then we have Michigan. I think it's Minnesota, Wisconsin. Obviously, I know what Wisconsin looks like. Iowa. Missouri, Mississippi. Here we got the Dakotas. I'm just gonna draw a line here, hopefully. Then we have. Okay, now this is definitely wrong. I think there's Kentucky here, and Tennessee and all that. And okay, then we have New York and Pennsylvania, and there's a little one there. Then we have all of the New Englands, something like that. Then this is Maine. Then somewhere over, you can't see it over there, we have Alaska, which looks something like that. And then Hawaii, which is a bunch of islands. There's Hawaii is islands, and then here's Canada. Canada. And here is Mexico. There. And let's see. What else can I add to my map? Okay, that's... Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna move over. And let's draw Europe from memory. Let's see how well I can do. Here we got Spain and Portugal, of course. Italy, Greece. That doesn't look right. Some Crimea, Turkey, which isn't a part of Europe, I don't think, unless, well, it is, like, in that this is a part of Europe. Okay, let's see. We put this here for, like, France and the Netherlands and all that. Okay, and then Denmark. This doesn't look very good. Britain looks something like this. And then Ireland. And let's see. Greece just sort of goes like that. Then Albania. Macedonia. Bulgaria. Romania looks weird. I think it's something like that, and then you have that, which is Moldova, and then that, which is like Ukraine. Let's see. We have Montenegro. We have Croatia, which is something like that. And then let's put Italy like that. Oh, I forgot Slovenia. Something like that. Sicily, Sardinia, Corsica. Make the border with like that. Portugal and France. Belgium, Luxembourg, Switzerland, Austria, Netherlands, kind of mess. I mean, it's easy to mess it up at the beginning and then have everything else not look quite right. I'm gonna put Hungary here, and then Slovakia, and this I'm gonna put a dotted line for Kosovo, and then here of course would be Germany, and let's see, I need to continue this for Poland. Put in Kaliningrad Oblast and Lithuania. Latvia is here. Estonia has some islands, two islands. And then let's see. I think all of this has to go to Poland. Then all of this goes to Belarus. And then this whole, Ukraine, Russia situation, something like that, I don't know. Turkey, and like Georgia and Armenia and all that. We have Morocco and Algeria and Tunisia. I'll just draw some lines quick. And let's see. Obviously, we need Sweden. And, Norway. And of course we can't go without Transnistria, clearly. That needs to be represented on our map. I made it a little bit big, but oh well. Am I missing any countries? Well, obviously I'm missing, like, the Papal State, San Marino, Monaco, Andorra, Liechtenstein, I'll put Syria and all that. Iraq and Syria. Of course, Kurdistan is, you know, they want to be their own thing, I guess. Okay. Well, let's see. Can I draw Germany by memory? Let's see. So something like this. Okay, well, first of all, we have Baden-Württemberg, and we have Bavaria. Oh, I feel like Bavaria should go up more, shouldn't it? I might have messed this up. We have the Saarland. We have the Rheinpfalz and the Nordrhein-Westfalen. We have Lower Saxony, Niedersachsen. We have like Bremen, I think, and Hamburg, and Schleswig-Holstein. Then we have Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. We have like Saxony and Thüringen. We have Hessen. We have Sachsen-Anhalt, I think it's called. Berlin. Yeah, something like that. Let's see, am I missing any states? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll count them from north to south. Then that way I'll know which ones I count and I won't go in a circle and recount ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 sounds about right. I couldn't have left too many out. Well, oh, I haven't drawn Asia. Let's draw Asia. India. This. Oh, that goes down like that. And China, Taiwan, Japan, which is something like that with an island here, and Korea is there. Then we have like Russia and all that. Let's see. So we take this, and that's gonna be our Pakistan, our Afghanistan, our Bengal. Does India go something like that? I think here's Sri Lanka. I think it's called. Iran is here. I feel like China's pretty big. It probably like goes all the way like that. And then we have the Koreas, north and south. And let's see. Oh, this is kind of difficult. Vietnam, something like that. Yeah, I don't think I drew this very well. But then you have like Cambodia and Laos and whatever you want to call this. Myanmar, I believe, something like that, or Burma. This is Thailand, which is also Siam. This is Russia. And I feel like there's more to Asia than that, but I guess I could just like draw. Here's Iran, you know, something like that. Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Yemen and Oman, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar and Bahrain, and oh, I forgot to draw that. Oh, we also have the all the something stands. I don't have them all memorized. One of them's. I mean, if you showed me a map, I would be like, oh yeah, that's Tajikistan, that's Kyrgyzstan, that's Uzbekistan, that's, you know, I know them like that, but I can't draw them. This is the Caspian Sea. This is Turkey. That goes there. And that goes there. Oh, Africa. Let's draw Africa. Africa. Okay, so the biggest country in Africa is Brazil. And we have France. And let's see, Venezuela is it's here. Then Colombia and Ecuador and Peru. Oh, I might have drawn Peru a bit strangely. Then I know Bolivia doesn't have a coast, so I'll just draw a line and call that Chile. Now don't worry, Paraguayans. I didn't forget. Paraguay is my favorite African country. There, that's a nice drawing of Africa. I don't think I've left out any of the African nations. Of course, we have Panama, which is the connection between Africa and the United States. Then we have Central United States of America, which looks something like this. We have like Costa Rica, something like that, Nicaragua, El Salvador. I mean, if you showed me a map, I'd be able to identify all of these countries. Let's see. Now we have this. Okay, this is a very bad drawing of Africa, but let's see. We have Egypt. We have Libya. We have Tunisia. We have Morocco. We have Algeria. Oh, Morocco goes like down a bit, doesn't it? We have South Africa. We have Namibia. We have like Zanzibar or Zimbabwe or something like that, I don't know. Then we have Ethiopia. We have Somalia and Somaliland and Djibouti and Eritrea and Sudan and South Sudan and Kenya and Tanzania and Mozambique and the Congo and Angola and Cameroon and the other Congo and Chad and Nigeria and Niger and Sierra Leone and Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire and Mali and other countries, I believe. Where's Mauritania? Like here? Let's see, what other continents are there? Well, there's Antarctica, which I don't think I'm going to draw very well, but it's something like this. And then I think people do own Antarctica, so I'm just going to draw a bunch of lines going down to the South Pole and be like, oh yeah, this is the Australian section. Oh, I haven't drawn Australia. Let's see what it looks I mean, this is a terrible drawing of Australia. I believe Australia has its own states that are like, they're like straight lines, as you would expect. I think there's an island down here. And then, of course, New Zealand, which is where the Lord of the Rings books take place. That they're in New Zealand, I believe. Something, I don't know where I heard that, but I mean, I read the books and it was talking about Middle Earth, and I don't know. I don't think New Zealand is anywhere near the middle of the Earth, but I guess it's all about perspective, you know. Oh, did I forget Mongolia? Oh, I did forget. Sorry, Mongolia. You're somewhere like there, probably. Indonesia. Indonesia has a bunch of islands. Like, way, way many islands. So many islands in Indonesia. Like, it's like the whole place is basically just islands. Who can even keep track of all of them? All them islands. And they look something like this. But then there's a line there, and this is Papua New Guinea, whatever that means. And of course we have the Philippines. The Philippines has way a lot of islands. I'm pretty sure I think if you look up the Philippines on Wikipedia, it'll say the Philippines is like way many islands. Like so many islands that if you counted all the islands, you'd get bored of counting islands. Because there's too many. Ah, yes. The border between Saudi Arabia and Germany. That's how they get over there, I guess. It would be interesting if someone just connected all of these maps and was like, oh yeah, this is where Schleswig-Holstein goes into Long Tunisia, the famous nation of Long Tunisia, which is borders with Syria. Yep, that's how to write Syria if you didn't know. And this is Tunisia. And this is Algeria. I have an interesting way of writing, don't I? Algeria. I mean, you can actually tell what that says. I'm pretty proud of myself because sometimes when I, write stuff, it just looks like absolute nonsense. You can't even tell that I was trying to write. What should I write? Let's write, America. That shouldn't be too hard. I put the dot over the R, didn't I? Okay, there. What else should I write? Alaska. Alaska. Sometimes when I write stuff, it actually looks kind of stylish. Like someone could be like, put this on a poster and be like, go Alaska tourism, see the wilderness and the cold and the polar bears. Do they have polar bears in Alaska? I don't know. I'm gonna find out by writing the word polar bear. And if it looks... See, this is a test you can do if you ever want to know if a particular animal lives in a particular place. You just write its name. Okay, now, do they live in Alaska? I still don't know. I don't know what I thought was going to happen. Let's write in Cyrillic. What should we write in Cyrillic? Russia. Let's write Russia in Cyrillic. I don't like C. It's a weird letter. Something like that. Oh no, I wrote it with like a regular I. Let me redo that. Then perfect. You know, someone from Russia might even tell that I was trying to write Russia. Or they might... Actually, it does look like Russia. Like Russia. It almost looks like I wrote. But I can write, more better if I want to. I can write, like... If I separate them, it just becomes obvious what I write. There. Clear as day. Obviously, Finland exists. And Finland looks like this. That's what Finland looks. I don't know if you've ever seen a map, but if you saw a map, that's what Finland would look like. I don't know if you know this, because most maps don't go up this far north, but this is all Sweden. It is, and this is all Norway. That's pretty crazy if you think about it. That they go up that they just continue on like that. I have no idea what Svalbard looks like, but I've been told that it lives up here. Now actually, the reason the US, has considered buying Greenland is because it's actually right here. Right here. Can you believe it? I mean, on top of Quebec. Don't know how Greenland got on top of Quebec, but... And also the Spanish explorers that went from here and discovered Florida. That's how. It looks so far away on a map, but that's just because of the curvature making the distances look bigger. Or something. I don't know. Oh, I can write Bulgaria. I'm gonna write Bulgaria. Oh, I have to remember how to write. I might have done that backwards. I don't know what I'm doing. Bul- I mean, you can maybe tell I was trying to write Bulgarian. I don't know. I don't know. I assume it's with this letter, right? Or no, is it? It might be. There's a different letter, isn't there? That they have. Is it, I don't know. There's a letter, isn't there? I think it's spelled with a letter. Can't remember what the letter looks like. Some, maybe it might be something like this. Bulgar, Bug, Bug, no. Bulgia, Bulgia. No, 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 no. I don't want to write Bulgia. I want to write Bulgaria, which is spelled with an A. And that is like that. Bulgar. That's not a very good, whatever I'm trying to draw. That, like that. Bulgaria. Bulgaria. I think it's something like that. Bulgaria. And then I don't know how that and that are the same, but I guess they are. I guess they are. Bulgaria's here, if you didn't know. It's a country. And people live there. And they speak a language called Bulgarian. And these people living in Macedonia, they might also be Bulgarian. It's unclear. It's unclear whether they're Bulgarian or not. No one knows. I guess it's, too small of a country. No one ever went there to check to see if they're Bulgarian or not. They could speak literally any language. No one knows. No one knows. It's too small. Too small and too far away. They could. I mean, we think they speak Bulgarian, or maybe it's unclear. Is what I'm trying to say. It's the scientists. They're trying their hardest. They have a lot to do. A lot of food on their plate. They're trying to watch their diet. They can't be bothered to travel all the way to Macedonia to find out what language they're speaking there. It's too much of a hassle. Oh, I drew the Caspian Sea terribly. It's too much of a hassle to go over there. No one feels like the scientists, they're too busy to go to Macedonia. They just figure, let one of the other scientists do it, but then none of them do it. So we still don't know. We just have to hypothesize what language they speak in Macedonia. There's actually a secret country if you go really far north. It's the country of North Pole. It's where Santa lives, I think, and his elves. North. Now, not a lot of people know about Santa. He's a very mysterious figure, a true anomaly in the history books. No one knows where he came from, what he's planning. It could be anything. But whatever it is, the few people who know about this Santa figure, they're afraid. And they're preparing in their bomb shelters. They're preparing. They don't know what they're preparing for. They have. That's why fireplaces were invented, I believe. Because Santa is said to come down people's chimneys. And so people decided to put fireplaces at the bottom of their chimneys, so that if someone they don't want to come down comes down, they have a method of stopping them. Santa is said to possess magical flying reindeer. I personally find this tale of magical flying reindeer. I don't believe that part. The rest I believe, but the part about the reindeer, I don't think that's true. I think someone just made that part up. I mean, reindeer, they don't even have wings. How are they gonna fly if they don't have wings? Even planes have wings, and wait. Helicopters. Helicopters don't have wings, do they? Or they do, but they just have little ones. Maybe this story of the flying reindeer isn't as far-fetched as I imagined. Because if you think about it, if helicopters fly using magic, of course, tiny lizards living in the engine room casting their magical spells, if that's how that works, then it makes sense that, of course, if the reindeer use the same magic that propels helicopters upwards, then perhaps Santa can fly. What I don't understand. Okay, let's say Santa, he's on his sleigh, as he often is. Now it's shaped something like this, and then here we have reindeer. That's his name. Reindeer is a reindeer, and he has a nose. I think that's how the song goes. So we have reindeer here. He has an eye so he can see, and a tail. Now let's say Santa. I don't know what Santa looks like. But I'm gonna say he looks something like this. If he is how does that work? Okay, so if let's say this is the reindeer. This is Santa. Now Santa has a mass of 327 pounds. Exactly 327 pounds. And his sleigh has a mass of 613 pounds. So, these are both downwards forces. And they're acting on this point. So, this is add the two numbers together. 7 and 3 is 10, so we put a 0, carry the 1. Then that's 4 because we carried the 1, and then a 9. So that's 940 pounds going downwards. And then the reindeer, I shouldn't say the reindeer because its name is reindeer, has an upwards propulsion force of 940 pounds. Now you see the problem here, don't you? Because this creates a twisting motion. A twisting motion. What's going to happen is not and it also provides a certain force which is irrelevant, but it creates a twisting motion. Can you see? All that's gonna happen is it's gonna go like this. It's gonna go in a circle. Okay, here's what's going to happen. The reindeer, it's pushing upwards. Santa's sleigh starts to go like this as the reindeer, goes like this. It's propelling itself forwards. The rope is of course, pulling this up. Okay, but what's going to happen is I think this is an inaccurate depiction of how Santa gets around. I'm going to provide a new theory never before seen. I propose that the sleigh, it's something like this. It of course has, as a helicopter does, it has these things at the bottom, so it can land on helipads. Instead of placing the reindeer in front of the sleigh, I believe that these reindeer go here. See the rain, and then see the rope is tied around them. See the rope, and I believe that that there's an equal amount connected to the front of the sleigh and the back of the sleigh, and each of them, each of them, let's see, what were our numbers? 940 pounds. Of course, I have Santa's weight and the sleigh's weight memorized. But if we divide that 940, we get 470. So I believe that the reindeer in the front and the reindeer in the back, they provide an upwards thrust of 470 pounds. I don't know how many reindeer he has. This is unclear. But the ones in the front and the ones in the back all combined have an upwards thrust of 470 pounds, using their magic, the same magic that helicopters use. I believe that instead of moving like a plane, as many have proposed, Santa's sleigh moves much similarly to a helicopter. And I think when it's in the air going forwards, it'll look well, first of all, when it first starts accelerating forwards, it's gonna look something like this. See, I'm not gonna go through the effort. This is a reindeer, right? I can just draw them like this. When it first starts accelerating forwards, it's gonna look like this, but then it's going to swing forwards, It's gonna swing forwards. As soon as the reindeer stop. They do the not accelerating. It'll swing forwards, but when the sleigh is in motion and the sleigh is traveling at the same speed as the reindeer, it'll due to air resistance, it will lag behind the reindeer slightly. I believe this can be scientifically proven. It will lag behind due to the air resistance. There's going to be a lot of air resistance So as it's moving forward, it's going to be pushed back. But the forward force of the reindeer is going to counteract this. And this is going to create a moment in the rope that will cancel out that. Anyways, I hope you learned a lot today. That's the end of whatever this is.